Like if the plants in Africa don't get you, the mosquitoes will get you, or the bugs will get you. And if those don't get you, the lions and the tigers and shit will get you, or the hippopotamuses. Hippos kill more people than fucking any other large animal in the world, actually. Mm-hmm. So when you're like crossing a river, oh, we're in a canoe, we're fine. Animal in the world. Oh no. Actually. Oh no. You're like crossing a river. Oh no. Where is this coming from? Shut up. Jesus Christ. But mosquitoes kill more than anything else, dude. Mosquitoes kill, I think, other than democide, mosquitoes are the number one cause of human death in the 20th century. Number 2, because number 1's democide.
Yeah, they carry a ton of shit. My cousin's got malaria at least 2 or 3 times over there as an African missionary.
Isn't that crazy? Governments killed more people than malaria?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you think about it. You look even at Mao specifically, when he did his communist takeover there in China, was it the 60s or 70s? They were killing all the birds that would have otherwise planted seeds for crops and shit. And like everybody died of starvation then. So,
well, how's it going, everybody out there in Radio Land, Radio Free Europe? This is E Honda. This is Tuesday night. We're back from another YouTube strike because YouTube likes to give me strikes, because that's what YouTube does now. They look at my channel and they say, how can we take what you said and make it into a strike? Oh no, is that a mask? Nope, can't say that because it might be a strike. Oh, Jesus. What is this, by the way? Have you guys seen this video?
It definitely looks messed up for sure.
Is that just like how old people's skin be?
There's definitely something else there.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's not normal.
Who's BBC Tyrone?
I'm Tyrone.
You don't sound like you got a BBC.
Man, what you talking about?
That's more like it. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I was looking at some stuff. I found another 2011 10mm style I might want besides that Rock Island. So either one would work.
2011, and why do you want a 10mm?
Yep.
Why do you want a 10mm?
That's gonna be my woods gun.
Okay. Is that a 2011? So it's double stack, yeah.
Yep. And this one can put optics on it.
Don't say where you're looking at it, but how much do those go for? 1K. That's not bad.
Carats. Yeah, pretty much. They're pretty much neck and neck almost in price.
I don't know. I tend to buy cheaper guns just because I'm like, a waiter and all. But
no, man, I understand. I don't believe like. Trust me, I ain't going too crazy on the craze of what I'm like. I can understand the view of people buying staccatos and stuff for like maybe $2,000, but when you start going way past that, it's like I don't know what to say.
I mean, I've got like $1,000 gun, honestly, like $1,000 handgun, but I only have one of them. I don't have like, I don't have a wall full of them like Yankees got. My 686 plus, and it was like $950, I think. So not quite 1,000, but by the time you pay for shipping and transfer fee and everything, it's $1,000 fucking gun,
Yeah, well, especially where I'm at, fees and stuff. I haven't got the 686 plus yet. Still get that, but
I don't have any guns.
I'm not worried about a
one
decent
gun.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Want another good
one gun.
That ain't a Glock.
All I have is single shotguns and pump action and bolt action and revolvers. That's it.
Right. I only have one gun, so if the government asks me to give it up, I'll give them my one gun because I'm a citizen of the government, and I will give up my one gun that I own to them.
Yeah, I'll give them my first gun. The
if
cheap
they ask me to turn it in,
$200 revolver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to like. and then just have like all the good stuff behind the false walls. Like, oh, we're here from the ATF, and we're here to get your stuff that you got. Like, go ahead and take it. Here's all the stuff.
Here's the 1 box of ammo I own. You go ahead and take this.
Yep.
I don't know. I finally like. I had a bunch of guns out of my safe for a really long time for whatever reason. You know, just like to look at, and then you put it over here, and then I need to work on this one, and then I'll put it over there. And I finally put everything back in. I had to play fucking Tetris and get all my guns into the gun safe again. And now that they're all in there, I don't want to take them out. Like,
I mean, all you do is move in the safe unless that thing's bolted or something, right? Or really heavy.
no, there's stuff, dude. It is fucking. It's full. There's no room anywhere. Besides, I mean, you can fit some more handguns in there, but like long gun wise, that's why I don't want another long gun, because I don't know where I'd put it. I'd have to buy another gun safe at this point if I want another long gun.
I technically should buy one because it deals with a lot of problems and stuff. You know, if I did have guns, they've all have is cable locks, and some just, we ain't got no kids now, so it's just, they ain't gonna fire nowhere, or nobody gonna find no way to shoot themselves with it.
Well, mine's mainly for having kids in the house, and it's not that, like, my kids themselves, I trust completely. Like, I would leave them, playing video games while I left for hours with a loaded gun on the table, and I would know that everything would be fine. My thing is like, oh, their friends came over, and then they saw something, and now they know it's here, and they want to come back over and check it out, or, you know what I mean? So, like, I keep them put away.
Yeah.
And I have a place to keep them locked up too for that reason.
Yeah.
But like, if my oldest son needed to get in there to defend himself, he knows how to get in. It's not even just to keep him out; it's to keep other people out. At this point, he's 16 years old, 17. So, Never Enough Ammo is gracing us with his presence on a Tuesday night Taco Tuesday strike.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna get me some tacos in 3 hours.
It's a taco night strike.
I had steak nachos today.
I had ham.
I had McDonald's. It was last resort because that pizza destroyed me.
I don't know. I bought like
It sucks being borderline lactose.
I bought a bunch of food back when like food was still fairly affordable, but now some of it's been sitting in the freezer for long enough. Like I gotta probably start eating it, So I'm going through.
I got a big deep freezer at the house and stuff. I think I got some gumbo saved in there.
So I've been going through and eating things that have been in there for a while. So we ate ham tonight. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's up, Matt?
Not much.
How are you doing?
Fine. Great.
I think I'm having a migraine right now or something.
Why? You seeing
Like my head doesn't hurt. I'm like seeing shit and I can't focus. Like whatever I'm focused on. Like now it's fine where I'm focused, but now it's over here. It's weird. It's like moving around.
Yeah, I get them once in a while.
I said get them checked. Get yourself checked.
They always start with like a little bit of like a squiggly line. And then it kind of usually starts in the center of my vision and slowly moves out towards the edge of the vision before it goes away. And then usually as soon as it goes away, I start getting a fucking headache.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen because it's over here now. And
I usually get headache.
I get them maybe once or twice a year.
Dude, before the chat, I was saying how I can't even like. I was having trouble like looking at something and reading it, and it like just started like 5 minutes before that.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like some weird squiggly line or like distortion in your vision, and it just slowly moves off to one side or the other.
Yeah, it kind of looked like when you like if you stare at the sun for a little bit too long, you know, like right in the middle of your vision.
Yeah, and you can't see anything right there. Like you can't read right there.
Right.
But you can still see everything around it. And then as it moves off, you can start to kind of see where you can see where you couldn't before. Yeah.
That's something in particular.
It's a migraine. I mean, I've known many people who got migraines way worse than I've ever gotten.
Yeah, and I've heard what a migraine is. I always had headaches, but not a migraine. But
I've had
I think sometimes it's
migraines.
lack of sleep. I think.
I've had migraines 3 times in my life that were memorable enough because they were so bad, like to the point to where, like, I got migraines twice in my life where my hands went numb.
Well, I'm
Yeah, I never
47
want that.
years old at this point. This would be potentially the second migraine I've ever had. I think I might have had one before, and I think this might turn into one.
Yeah, I'm saying it's pretty bad if you get migraines.
Funny thing is, most of the migraines I get aren't even that bad. It's the vision thing that's worse. You just get kind of a mild headache afterwards for a little while.
Well, whatever, man. I mean,
So does Tylenol work good?
last time for
I'll be taking that. I feel like I'm.
last time for me, it was all about light sensitivity. Like that was like the thing. Like my eyeballs felt like they hurt really bad for some reason, but like any kind of light that was flash in my direction would make my eyes hurt 10 times worse.
Yeah, because that's the symptoms of a migraine. My coworker, he had that last Thursday. I'm like, but I always come out with Tylenol and Advil. I'm like, here you go. I always keep that in hand.
I just don't know why I've like gone this entire part of my life, and this would be the first time that I've ever had one, and it literally just started, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't I read? I'm trying to read shit, trying to get ready for this chat, and I can't read anything. Can't see it.
I would take Tylenol now. Before I start the headache.
Maybe I should. Ghost Shadow dropped into and said, read my next message. Says, idiot incels signed the AWB and went into effect immediately. Washington fucked today. How's Yankee doing? He didn't do a chat today.
I don't know. He's been sick the last few days.
Yeah.
Within like 50.
He's the guy who's always getting on the fucking radio, on YouTube, being like, oh, this assault weapons ban's going to be nothing. It's going to go away. They're going to challenge it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, everybody. Everything's fine. And now they've got the fucking AWB.
Well, less than 15 minutes after Inslee signed it, Firearms Policy Coalition sued the shit out of him. So,
yeah.
Slower.
I said about 13, 14 minutes after he signed it into place, FPC sued the fuck out of him.
Yeah, but what does that mean? That means
There's probably going to be an injunction on it for sure at some point in like next day or two, I'm guessing.
Well, remember, they back into a corner, so they're going to throw anything what they can, try to see what sticks.
Well, what was really interesting was before he even signed today, he apparently shut down the Washington State Capitol there, claiming safety concerns, which is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, and this is not just Washington. It's like everywhere.
Dude, Washington's kind of nuts, man. Like the Washington people are all like the descendants of the granola-eating hippies who moved to the Pacific Northwest because they wanted to get away from society. You know?
Yeah. I almost was gonna live there just because I just like the scenery. I like that gloomy, dark,
Rainy,
kind of
forestry.
Well, the real problem is it's controlled by Seattle, like a lot of the states are, where it's just like the major city controls everything.
MSB dropped in $10. Thanks, man. That's fucking awesome. It says ocular migraines. I get them. Looks like electric paisley. What is that?
Yeah, Paisley.
Yeah.
What is electric paisley? I don't even know what that is.
You know what Paisley is?
No, I have no idea what paisley is. What is paisley?
It's a pattern.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. In both eyes. No, it's just in my right eye now. It was in both eyes, but now my left fucking temple's starting to hurt a little bit. I think I got
you need to take fucking Tylenol before that headache gets so bad that the Tylenol's not going to help.
Oh, Jesus. No pain at all, but really bothers me depending on where I am in the field of vision. It shows up 2 to 5 times a year. I've been trying to, this is what I think it might be. Maybe it's just me. So, sugar substitutes. What is that stuff called? Saccharin, right? The stuff that's in sugar-free Red Bull or sugar-free Cola. I've been trying to drink less sugar lately. I've been trying to like lose a little bit of weight, be a little bit healthier. So I've been switching from drinking my regular sugar drinks to still wanting sugar. So I'm drinking the saccharin drinks now. And I've never done that before.
Yeah, I've been on it for a year now. Just everything sugar free.
I've just been cutting down on sugar, but that's interesting. If what you say, saccharin's in like what certain energy drinks.
Well, if you look this shit up, dude, there's like 2,000 different potential side effects, and not everybody gets all of them. It was originally developed as rat poison, but they found that like rats don't really like to eat it, and humans do because it kind of tastes like sugar. So,
yeah, that shit's cancerous. That's all I gotta say. Stay away from saccharin.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's it.
I want to try those like it got out now like some sugar-free Reese cups and stuff like that, but those things are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I tried doing when I was drinking coffee. I mean, I drink every once in a while. I was trying to do that, like instead of sugar, like stevia. But man, that shit tastes nasty.
I got sweet and low in my coffee right now.
Dude, everything's getting goddamn expensive. Like I got like shit that used to not be as expensive. Like for instance, my beer cheese soup, my famous beer cheese soup that I like talking about all the time, that I make because it's cheap, right? Because you can make a big ass fucking pot of it, and all it costs you is like a couple of potatoes, some frozen vegetables, a thing of fucking cheese, some beer you already had, and like you make up the rest, right? Like whatever you want to put in it. The cheese blocks used to be like $4 or $5 for a cheese block. They are now $9 and 2/3 the size. So they like shrunk the size of them, and they like almost doubled in price. So it's really screwing up my like cheese recipe because I don't know how to like adjust for 2/3 cheese. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, you can make cheese, but it probably depends what it is.
Well, you know what I mean? Because you take a fucking whole goddamn cube of the fucking cheese and the normal size shit that you fucking buy that they sold before, and that's the fucking recipe. And now I gotta fucking be like, well, what's 2/3 of that? Do I put it as bacon? Fuck you. God damn it. Fucking shit.
I think I know where your migraines are coming from now.
No, because I'm trying to say something and you're just like, well, nope, that's not what I'm fucking saying.
Hey man, I don't know. Not when you turn into Mad Dog like King of the Hill. Don't get too angry.
I'm okay.
It's just cheese. Calm down.
No, I'm just pissed because I can't make my cheese soup right anymore. My recipe's fucked up. So what's going on?
When it was 9/11 would get you riled up like that. Now it's just cheese.
Right. It's always the small stuff that does get you mad at some stuff.
Is Kylo Ren here? Who is that?
What?
Who just talked?
It was Leo.
No, it was someone who sounded like they was in the background. On the phone.
Yeah, someone who sounded like fucking Kylo Ren. Jesus Christ.
I just heard Leo.
Yeah, well, you're not listening then. Or maybe it didn't come through for you for some reason. Was that Steven?
Yeah, you sent me a link for some reason, so I popped in and I'm just hanging out. I'm in my car, though, so it might sound weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a bit like Kylo Ren, but it's okay. It's okay. Did you guys see Joe Biden's running for office again?
Yeah.
I thought we'd watch his campaign ad and make fun of it. You guys want to do that? So, of course, they got to play on the fucking January 6th shit right away.
So I guess he's the great old white hope.
And what is that note they always play? Like, you hear that?
Yeah.
That's like an amplified piano note.
That's a great ad, man. That's fucking great. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Freedom.
For real.
Look at that. You got the one word out.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was wondering is how many fucking takes did this take for them to get like each sentence out of him with enunciating every syllable? Mr. Biden, please, for the 12th time.
Remind me, vote for me. Vote
It's
for me.
pronounced
You're the terrorists.
America.
Fundamental to who we are as Americans. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred. That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
Not a democracy.
Uh-huh.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally. And that
Okay, you're just lying now. To protect our rights, who's going after our rights to, I don't know, own firearms and speak freely? Who's going after those rights?
Or doing business too. Don't forget about that.
Just saying, he said freedom to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally. Oh, is that happening now too? What happens if you have like really good credit and you want to refinance your house? Are you treated equal?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Nope, you get fucked over.
What happens if you're on the wrong side ideologically of something and you happen to get into an altercation with someone? Are you treated equal? No.
What if you're just a white straight male?
I mean, that's the worst thing you can be in this country right now.
Yep.
Or I was gonna say, or if you black and didn't vote for him.
It's like being a Jew in Nazi Germany almost,
Yep.
Which is what's her name got canceled for saying that, right? The chick from
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhat,
I mean, I was more crass than what she said, but that's basically
Right.
what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, like snitching on your neighbors and stuff like that.
Mhm.
All that stuff.
Oh, damn it. I don't have the Rumble chat pulled up. I'm the worst host ever. You know what, though? It started playing when I fucking... Sorry, what's up?
I found it very interesting that in this little ad that Biden put out here today, as he was saying that, the one picture that flashed through was Mom's Demand Action t-shirt dipshits. So
Moms demand action.
Oh, trust me, I said get ready for this campaign thing. This is where you're gonna get interesting.
there is so many of those Gen Z influencer kids on his side right now. It's just sad.
Well, I don't know if you saw that chart. I think it was on the Discord one or somebody posted, but most of the Gen Z is the ones that actually have the highest trans thing.
Yeah, that's probably me.
That's really interesting. That was wild.
Yeah.
Okay, we got hold up. We got Patrick Pew Pew and the Seaman Tag. Zorro's over there. What's up, guys? Yeah, we didn't even finish this yet. I was going to go on to the next thing already. All right, let's keep watching.
the country is treated equally, and that everyone is given a fair shot at making it. But around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up.
You can't even say MAGA extremists when he's got 17 takes to do it.
The murder streamers.
MAGA extremists.
To take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books, and telling.
I mean, everything's just a fucking gaslight lie, isn't it?
Yes,
You
it is.
you can't tell the whole fucking context of the thing that you're. Yeah, they're just banning books because they hate you, because they hate gay people, because that's what it is. Yep, they're just banning books. No, what does that mean? Like, honestly, everyone here fucking knows, and everyone on their side doesn't, and that's the problem, is that they can get away with saying shit like that to their base who is uninformed because they care more about whatever it is more than their freedom and their actual, like, what's going on with their government right now and what are they voting on, right? They care more about the clout that you get by having your picture on Instagram with your little I voted pin or whatever than actually voting. And they're uninformed completely. Sorry, go.
Yeah. No, said he can't say banning pornographic material in middle school.
Yeah.
So just say banning books. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
It's not even middle school, it's elementary schools.
Or the don't say gay bill. I mean, like, that's literally like the lie right there. And everyone repeated it 100 times. Like all the people from Hollywood were like, "Oh, all gay. Look at me, I'm saying gay, 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 gay. I'm Robert De Niro. Fuck you. Anyway.
I play a mobster.
All
Yeah.
while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
Again. Sorry.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America. And we still are. The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election. Because I know America.
Yeah, he's really helping out those the farmers there.
I know we're good and decent people. I know we're still a country that believes in honesty, respect, and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal, that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
And by that they mean we want to hold groups of people down so that other people have a chance to go. But when like the other group of people never was held back from going in the first place, you're just holding people down.
Every generation of Americans will face the moment when they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights.
Stand up for personal freedom, says the guy that tried to put me out of a job for not getting a shot.
Right. Yeah, your body, your choice, unless it happens to be a mandate that we're putting into effect right now, in which case, shut the fuck up right now, or we're going to make it so that you don't have a job anymore. And if you go to the hospital for anything, we're trying to make it so that they don't even see you. You know, you just die in the hallway. Like, that's what they wanted. Don't forget, that's what they wanted for us. If you didn't take the fucking jab, they wanted you to die starving to death in your apartment because you're a danger to society and you shouldn't be allowed out. And if you happen to have a medical emergency, they should leave you in the fucking hallway. That was a very dramatic pause right there. Jesus, I was waiting for someone to say something, but no one talked.
Oh, I was waiting for you to start to play the video again. That's why.
Yeah. I was gonna hit these super chats real quick. Ghost Shadow dropped in too and said, "Have you seen The Empire Strikes Back?"
No, never. What's that about?
Never even heard of that.
I'm trying to think
of the Empire State Building. I think.
I'm trying to think of in reference to what.
Is like the Empire State Building a giant transformer that finally gets sick of people's shit and just attacks New York?
Oh, so you've seen that? Okay, yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw a
sequel to
trailer
King
for
Kong?
it. Yeah. Oh, saw the trailer, but I haven't seen the movie yet.
See the AT-ATs or the final like what do you call it in Pokemon when you evolve, right? The final evolution. You don't want to see them in their final form. That's a tranny's final form. Turn into an AT-AT.
So the real question is, by the end of his campaign, will his ads just all be spliced together like that one episode of South Park? Chef came back.
Yeah.
He can't form
All
one
right,
sentence.
children.
Yeah, they
Make
just
sweet love to your butthole, children.
Well, they already said that they're not having debates in the DNC.
Yeah, they said they weren't going to debate. They said they're not going to debate. Isn't that crazy?
Both,
Well, there's nothing to debate because if you're not completely in step with each other, you're not in the party.
Well, let's be fair though. Let's be honest. Did the debates ever really do anything for you guys? Did you ever get anything out of it? Did you ever you see the debates and you're like, okay, I wasn't going to vote for that guy, but now I am?
It makes good for Twitter. Just to tweet stuff.
It just reinforced what I already thought.
Yeah, exactly.
There have been a couple that I've seen where I've actually been swayed a little bit.
Well, maybe.
Specifically, if you go back to 2016, it was John McAfee for the Libertarian Party.
I mean, I guess the next question would be: if the person got into power that you liked or whatever that you were swayed by, did they do the things that swayed you? You know, the answer is usually no on the second one if the first one gets you. Because I was somewhat swayed by Barack Hussein Obama, right? And I voted for him once. I did. To my everlasting shame. I voted for Obama the first time around. Because I bought into the hope and change, and I was tired of like the Republicans' war in Iraq and Afghanistan and all this shit that's been going on for the last, like, you know, since 9/11, basically. And I wanted something different, and so did the whole country. It wasn't just me, you know. And like, here came this guy who was smooth talking and had a, you know, good look and was very articulate and made a good point, it seemed. But when you really listen to it, when you go back, he wasn't really making any point at all.
And show that racism was pretty much over with to a certain point.
Right, that was the thing. A vote for him was like, okay, now we can just put racism behind it. We had a black president, man. And then I remember like him getting sworn in, and then they were like, do you, Barack Hussein Obama? And I looked at my brother, we were hanging out together. We're like, his middle name's Hussein? Like, that would have swayed me if I had known that, maybe to not vote for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, then you obviously didn't watch Glenn Beck back then.
No, I did not. And what was one of the first things he did? He went on like an apology tour to the Middle East.
Yep.
He went to all these Middle Eastern countries and that was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, I remember thinking that too. And then he went down all these like socialist rabbit holes, and like that kid got shot and he was like, he looks like he could have been my son. And then like we've had racism in this country ever since then, building and building and building.
The
I don't know, man.
Summit.
Yeah, the beer summit.
That's why I'm kind of like iffy when it comes to Vivek Ramaswamy right now. He's one of the Republican candidates, and he's saying a lot of good shit. But the problem is, it's like I feel like you're just placating at this point.
Wait,
like,
who?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
God bless you.
He's the Indian guy who jumped in the race right after
Gazoon type.
Trump announced. But yeah, he's the only one talking about like central bank digital currency and stuff like that. And he's now forced other candidates to start talking about it too. And he's all like anti a bunch of stuff like that. So
Did you see another bank went under? Another bank went under today?
Yep.
Who was it?
Some bank, I don't know. Some bank. Doesn't matter.
There's one that announced today or yesterday that they expect to be taken over by the federal government by the end of the week.
Yeah, and they've lost like 50% of their value since they made the announcement and all this other shit.
Yeah, well, they had lost 40% before they made the announcement.
Yep. So anyway, that was the last time I got, invested into a candidate. Besides Trump, Trump got me too. But Trump did the thing that Barack Obama didn't, which was make actual promises, specific things that when I listened to, I was like, yes, we should actually do that. You're right. And then the other thing that he did was try to do them. And some of them he got done and some of them he didn't. I feel like they put a fucking mountain in front of him to get over to get anything done. And like, honestly, like, I can't fault the guy for the things that he tried to do, except for the bump stock ban. That's the only thing that I really fucking hate that he did.
Well, and the pipeline that he wanted.
I didn't hate the pipeline.
I did. It was like, fuck you to the Indian nation that he was wanting to ram it through their fucking
tribal land.
Yeah, but they were just, okay. I was initially on that side of that particular argument, but when you actually do some research into it, like, they would either have it through a pipeline that would go through their land, or they would have to drive trucks that would go through their land. And what would come
about not just go through their land entirely?
Okay, then they go around their land, and you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
The point is, what is the cleanest way to transport oil? What is the safest, cleanest, most efficient way to do it? And the answer is a pipe.
Well, I get that, but I mean, after all the shit all the atrocities that were done against the Indian nation, the Indian tribes, and for them to, be said, here's your land, this is yours, we won't fuck with you or it. Oh, but wait, we're gonna run this fucking pipeline through your land now, because fuck you, and we're not gonna really do any safeguards. What if the oil starts leaking out? Oh well, it's your fucking land. We don't give a shit. No, fuck that. It's bullshit.
I mean, I can see your point, but on the other hand, I'm like, okay, like you want to live in a country, right? And you want to like have services and shit like that. And the electric company says, oh, hey, we got to dig up part of your backyard to run these power lines. You're like, fuck that shit. It's my land. What if you fuck my shit up? Me. That's kind of like the attitude, dude. That's what I take it at.
Here's the thing. They are kind of distant from us from that. And hell, there's even some that don't even live on certain parts of technology like that.
No, I get it.
It's all about a treaty thing.
Again, I understand. I understand them. I understand both sides. I'm just saying that I fall on the side of like, you're just being obstinate to be obstinate. Like your concerns, while heard, are invalid. So motion denied, says the judge. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Well,
X out of 1. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the difference, of course, is that by running a pipeline through their land, they're not actually gaining anything from it like you would if you had electricity run onto your property.
Right.
Or you had
They weren't getting anything for it. It was being what do they call it? There's a term for it, and I'm completely blanking out. When the government comes in and takes a chunk of something for the betterment of whatever. What the fuck is the word for it?
Eminent domain.
Eminent domain. So it was that type of shit. So they weren't actually getting anything for it, and it's not like the oil was going to them. They weren't benefiting from it, other than I guess lower gas prices.
That's a benefit.
Not for them.
It's a benefit for everybody.
Yeah, but not for them.
It's a benefit for everybody that we don't have anymore.
Yeah,
I'll just say this. I'll say this. Let me put it this way. And I honestly don't have a dog in this fight. I don't. It did not affect me. I was all for the pipeline, but if it was going to be that big of a deal, like just go around. Spend the extra money to go around. Like I didn't really have a dog in the fucking fight. Like, I don't care either way. But it's like, if the government had came and taken all of our guns and turned us all into criminals, and then after 100 years, we're like, okay, you can have all your guns back. Here you go. We're sorry we took your guns and threw you in jail for owning assault weapons. And then 100 years after that, they come back and go, you know what? We just have to take some of your guns again, but it's for everybody's good. We're sorry, but we have to take some of your guns. Like that's what the Native American situation was for them. It's like, oh, y'all fucked us and took all our land, did this shit. Then you gave some of it back, and now you're coming back and going, oh, we gotta fucking take some of it again. Sorry. Like I understand why they're pissed. You know what I mean?
It is kind of like that first part, like like hey, we have these guns, and the government came and like killed a bunch of us and took our guns and threw us on this little piece of land and gave us a half-hearted apology. And then 100 years later, they were like, hey, we need to run this oil line on your land. And we're like, fuck you. Like, that's what it's exactly like.
Well, no, because in this case, the guns are the land. That's what they took. They took the land, then gave it back. Then we're trying to take some of it back. It would be like they took our guns, gave us back our guns, and they're like, well, we just need a few of the guns back.
Well, they also took the guns.
Well, they took that too, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I understand why they were pissed. I completely 100% understand. Again, in the end, I don't really give a shit. I don't care, but I understand.
I'm just saying eminent domain would have worked on anybody else in any other circumstance, but because they were like the way that they were, it didn't happen. And that's the way it is. And I get it, like it's fine.
The way they were is because that is not U.S. government land, like they consider everything else. That is Indian reservation land that they gave back
It
in a
was signed
fucking
to a lot of
treaty.
treaties, heavy treaties too. That
That's
was
not
started.
just like a portion of your front yard that they want to like run a fucking electrical, fucking line through. That's almost like a
Sovereign
different
land.
country. Yeah, it's sovereign land. It's a different fucking country for all.
Well, they do that. They've done that shit all the fucking time, dude. Like, go back to the nuclear arms race, right? Where we're like, hey, we need to find more sources of uranium. Oh, looks like a bunch of our uranium's on native land. Guess what, bitches? This is our land again. Real quick, we're gonna mine it. In fact, you're going to mine it, and we're gonna poison you with these mines while we pay you to mine the fucking shit we need. Yeah, it's great for us. Great for us. You just do it.
It just makes the point of why they're even more pissed about it this time.
Yeah,
They're like,
no,
you know what?
exactly. Yeah,
we've been fucked over too many times. We don't care what your excuses are.
Okay, you guys are convincing me. Fine, I'm convinced.
Can I take the Elizabeth Warren route and claim my house as tribal land so I don't have to pay taxes on it?
I mean, as far as I understand, the whole city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, the whole city of Tulsa, Oklahoma is technically native land that just the white man lives on just because they did. I don't know. Oh, fuck, I didn't even read that one. X Adam 1 says 800 plus more miles to go. X Adam 1, I believe, is moving to Colorado right now.
Why?
I think it's temporary for work, I believe.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not moving, but like.
Yeah, but well, he's gonna be here for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Shadow dropped in $2. Said a Star Wars burlesque parody. Okay. So don't know what that's about. MSB dropped in 5. So the Native Americans impregnate captive white women, scalp them. I say, deal with the pipeline.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I'm like, no, you can't put that on all of them.
I'm convinced the other way again. MSB has unconvinced
Well, I
me.
mean, look. When all this shit happened, a lot of people did a lot of really bad things. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Okay, but the scales were definitely tipped in one direction as far as who did worse shit to the other side. Because we went in and we didn't just like fuck up the tribes that were doing horrendous shit. Like we went in and just fucked everybody. You know, all the fucking tribes that fucking didn't do anything, that were peaceful, that lived off the land, that just wanted to be left the fuck alone. We were like, you know what? Because these dudes 100 miles away fucked us. We don't like any of you. So fuck all of you. This is our land now.
Okay, here's where
it's like forcing everybody to pay reparations for shit that happened 200 years ago.
Agreed. But here's a other angle to hit the argument from. Tribes back then, before there were any white people in the entire continent of North America, or Middle America, or South America for that matter, would regularly and routinely migrate to a new area once their population got too high, conquer and kill whoever was there, take the women as sex slaves, take the children and enslave them, kill all the men, and move on to the next area. Yep. Right? Like this happened again and again. So to say like, well, we just came in and like they were all peaceful and they were just wanted to get a lot, like, okay, I don't think you're quite.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, okay, so we had hit a point in American society where we were trying to be better than we had been for thousands and thousands of years before of doing that shit. And so we made a decision as a country, like, look, we very recently fucked these people over. What's the least we can do? Let's give them some fucking land, right? Because we don't want to be the way humans have been throughout history. We want to fucking be better, all right? So let's acknowledge we just very recently fucked these people over, and let's try to do better. Let's give them some land back. Let's give them they can have their own rule of law on their land. You know, we made a decision at that point to be different. Could we have just been like, you know what, fuck you, it's our land now, and done like humans have done every other time. Yeah, and had we done that, I would have probably a very different opinion right now because I'd be like, yeah. But we as a country made a decision to say, you know what? We're gonna try and be better.
Yep.
And plus, wasn't the oil that they were going to be pumping through that pipeline shit coming from Canada anyways? That garbage oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't know, man. It's interesting that like we fought a civil war over states' rights, is what it was. People say it was fought over slavery. They are wrong. The Emancipation Proclamation didn't come till like the war was already going on, and it was basically to get as many black slaves to flee their chains and join the fucking army up north, the Union Army, as they could get, right? So to say that it was fought over slavery is a mistake, but that's the narrative today. And yet, if you look at history, what was the first thing that the United States government did after the Civil War? Finish off the fucking Indians.
Well, now hang on. Remember, there was two sides to the war. Two sides fought for very different reasons. The war.
No, I understand.
The war started. In the north because
my point was that we are taught that there was this altruistic war that we fought as the North to free slaves from slavery, and yet in history, the very next thing we did was go and kill a bunch of Indians, and the Trail of Tears and all of that shit happened after the Civil War in very short order.
Yeah.
I was watching something the other day. Actually, it was some Kelsey Grammer thing about different wars over the years and stuff like that, and they were talking about the Civil War and how so many people were like, nobody was actually uniform dressed. They were all dressed in like the same exact clothing, so they were friendly fire and killing each other all the time.
Or blue and gray. It's like, yeah, you're in the same fucking color.
Yeah.
Well, real quick to address the sides of the Civil War. The North fought to ensure that they could keep control of the states and keep the country together. And for their point of view, it was very much a states' rights kind of thing, as far as like, you know, they wanted to be able to maintain control over a unified country. From the South side, it was 100% they were fighting for slavery, the ability to keep slaves. That was 100% why the South was fighting. Even if the North wasn't really as concerned up front about the slavery aspect, that's 100% why the South was fighting.
No, it was a question of not just that. I mean, that was part of the question. But some of it was taxation. Some of it was representation, right? Because if you had like slaves and they only counted as 2/3 of a person according to your census, so you were getting less representation even though you had more people. So there was that issue. There were several issues besides slavery.
The core issue was slavery, which is why when the Confederate Union fucking created their constitution, whatever the fuck they called it, that was a requirement of any state that joined them. One of the things listed was you have to participate in the slave trade if you want to be a part of the Confederate Union. That was a requirement if you wanted to be a Confederate state.
Fine, but I'm saying that
I'm sure there were many other issues.
Manufacturing and production and like distribution of materials and all of these things were skewed towards northern states, and they were being ignored. And the people in this, not the people in the South, but like the governments in the South, the people with power in the South, got tired of not having their fair share. And yes, slavery was in there too. I'm saying that to say that it's all about slavery is ignoring, and I'm not saying that it wasn't about slavery. I'm saying that it wasn't just about slavery. And for a lot of people, that wasn't even the main concern.
No, for a lot of people who fought, it wasn't, because only, what was it, 1 out of every 20 people, maybe even less than that, even owned a slave.
And I think it was
the majority of people who fought in the Civil War for the South didn't even fucking own slaves. Majority of people who fought and died. And
And
that's not what it had to do with that for them. But
And
the people
Abraham Lincoln himself said that if he could have preserved the Union while also preserving slavery, he would have done it.
Yeah, he said if he could have kept the United States together without so much as freeing one slave, he would have done it.
Yeah, that was the quote.
To be fair, there's actually a lot of historical evidence that Lincoln fucked a lot of his slaves and had kids with them. So,
NC Lucky says you're wrong about the slave issue, Matt. Going to have to slap the ammo.
No, it's not true. I mean, it was a requirement of Confederate States. Was in.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that, dude. Honestly,
it was a requirement. You had to. I've seen the actual documents. They're in a museum in Dallas. The actual documents and requirements to be a Union state. I've seen the paper. So,
yeah.
Travis would like to see your papers. Daniel dropped in $2. Said actually, feds hold the title to the land in trust. So even though the natives are allowed to live on it by treaty, the feds still hold the title themselves. You will own nothing. MSB dropped in 5 and said, I apologize for the Native American thing. Don't. It was funny. I have an ocular migraine and I'm channeling that Malone guy.
You know, I had to fucking ban him on Rumble too. He went into a fucking Rumble chat talking all kinds of racist shit, and I was like, God damn it.
He's like, I'm on Rumble, I'm finally free.
His enemies.
And Stephen Carroll says, thanks for the link. Even though I didn't say much, unfortunately now I have to work. Hooray. Dude, welcome back anytime. Sorry, I was like, who is this Steven guy? I didn't realize I sent you a link. I must have.
I didn't even realize that was Stephen Carroll. I thought that was just some dude you knew named Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, should we finish this Obama ad? Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. You mean Biden?
Obama.
Same thing.
Same
thing.
Biden?
Oh, he's already dead.
I feel like that's copyrighted music, and I'm going to need a strike.
probably.
Conspiracy theory. It's Obama in a Biden mask.
Yep.
I did see this. Okay, so do you know who Tim Russ is?
No.
He's from Star Trek Voyager.
Star Trek Voyager. He's the Black Vulcan.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
officer.
Oh, okay.
So there's a conspiracy theory that Tim Russ is paid to be a body double for Barack Obama.
I've heard that.
And if you look at them like from a distance, like their noses are different, but other than like their faces look the same. Like they're the same height, the same body build. Their hair is the same. Like they look the same, dude. Huh?
So if you're with me, go to joebiden.com. Let's finish this job. I know we can. Because this is the United States of America.
Let's finish this job of wrecking the country.
That's what I was just thinking. Let's finish this job of gutting the country and making it like unlivable.
Straight to communism.
Nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
Okay, fuck you. Shut up. So there's that. But then I also found this one. This is the actual official campaign that they're running right now. Check it out.
In 2016, America entered
This one's
a
way
time of
better.
darkness. We elected an orange man who was literally Hitler, and the entire country suffered under his rule. But then, America was saved. Embraced by the loving arms of our new president, Joe Biden. Biden has brought back kindness and decorum.
Look, listen to you. No, I wish you were in high school. I could take you behind the gym.
Biden is a voice of clarity.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I
a voice of reason.
The smartest man I know. He's gonna put y'all back in chains.
And he's good with numbers.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America.
700 billion and $1.3 trillion.
Under his leadership, the Biden administration has brought us safety. It has brought us economic prosperity. It has empowered the next generation. Together, we will ensure things will continue to go the way they've been going forever and ever.
I'm sure Biden and I approved this. You know the thing. Texas rent.
That's way better than his actual campaign ad.
And Trump needs to hire the Babylon Bee to do his fucking commercials.
Yeah, right. Yep. So is Kamala going to be his running mate again, or is she going to be running for presidency on her own again?
I mean, she's still young, so she
No,
can
it's the
still
same ticket.
Yeah, yeah, she's still young, so she can still be run for vice president. Then afterwards,
What has she done? Has she done anything as vice president? I mean, I guess vice presidents really don't do anything unless you're Dick Cheney.
She's supposed to be a board czar.
Yeah, and she hadn't. Has she even been to Texas yet? I don't think so. But has she?
Funny thing is, she was over here, I think, last week.
And
I don't
plus,
remember one of my coworkers was telling me about. I think it was about the trans people thing.
and plus, dicks don't suck themselves, so
Well, that's the only
someone has to do that job.
skill that she has is sucking dick, so that she can. I mean, she must suck a mean dick. That's all I'm saying. She sucks such good dick.
She's the dick sucking czar.
She sucked dick right into power. Like
She did literally, yeah. She slept her way to the fucking top.
I mean, she might get my vote just because of that. That's what I'm saying.
As long as she sucked your dick.
Yeah.
All I care about is do you swallow or not. That's high.
Do you swallow?
No, yeah.
Swallow.
It's
If
all
she
about
swallows.
Bro, I really want to show this video, but I really can't show this video.
Well, what is it?
Wait, what is he shooting at?
We really can't show this video until we're on Rumble.
Yeah, it's a Darwin Award.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
He's shooting at tannerite in a pile of wood. I think you can imagine what happens after that.
It's kind of like that one dipshit that was shooting at tannerite inside of a refrigerator, and the door flew at him and missed him because he's hiding behind a tree.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've not fucked around with tannerite, but I admit I probably did some shit like that.
Then there's the one guy that was shooting at Tannerite and he lost his leg.
Yeah, because he was shooting at a lawnmower that started blades on it.
Yeah.
And there's just one little piece of tannerite, or are they stuffed a whole bunch of that shit?
FPS Russia, where FPS Russia was shooting tannerite inside of a car, and then the car door came and almost got him. And I think wasn't the fridge him too, or was that someone else?
No, yeah, they had a little something similar like that.
And didn't he do something like that and it actually hit his cameraman or some shit?
Yeah. Yeah, his cameraman was bleeding, I think, from the leg or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know the story of that guy, right? Like what happened with him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone mailed him pot, and then the ATF came and busted him with pot. And then there was another story about like his assistant or production manager or something like that, like some guy who's associated with his YouTube channel
Committed suicide.
showed up dead at his house, tied up with his hands behind his back, shot in the head, fucking execution style.
Yeah, like you said, suicide.
Yeah. Suicide like the Clintons did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that.
Yeah, well. Anyway. I'm going to fucking Rumble, dude. Fuck it. We're going to fucking Rumble because I want to show this video and I've got shit to do, so we don't have a ton more time to fuck around. So if we get to Rumble right now, we can stay there for a good 20, 30 minutes and then the chat will end and you'll get your Rumble's worth. You will get your Rumble's worth if you just go to Rumble. Just come on over to Rumble. Come to Rumble. Come to Rumble.
Come in Honda's Rumble.
Yeah.
Here is a link to Rumble. There is the Rumble. Click on the link and we will see you in Rumble. In 5, 4, 3,